Welcome back, guys. So today we'll be doing this awesome beginner friendly tutorial of stars. So these are very easy and it could be one of your very first projects. So without further ado, let's get on to the tutorial. So for the materials, all you need is one color of yarn. So I'll be using white yarn for this project. Then you need your crochet hook. I'm using a 4mm hook and scissors. You only need 3 materials, and if you have all of these, we can start the tutorial. So to start off, we need to do the magic ring. So to do a magic ring, you've got to grab the tail of your yarn and you're going to put it across your hand like that. Now you're going to take your your ring finger and pinky, and you're just going to secure your the piece over here. Now through this little gap right there, you're going to take your tail and put it through that gap. Now you're going to take your tail and you're just going to wrap it around your index finger and middle finger twice, just 2 times, and you'll get a kind of parallel line like that. And then you secure the piece with your thumb like that. So now you need to take your hook. So how I hold the hook is technically how I hold up, or how I write, or how I use a pen, okay? And this here, I call it the first loop. This is the second loop. This part right here, this part, that is the tail. And this part, the part that's connected to the yarn ball, that's called the working yarn. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to slide my hook underneath the first loop. Now I'm gonna grab the second loop with my hook, like that. Just grab it with your hook, and you're just going to pull it through your first loop, like that. So now your hook will be pointing upwards, like your hand will be pointing upwards. So now what you're gonna do is you're just gonna twist your hook, like that, clockwise. You're gonna go from this direction, you're just gonna twist it clockwise and then make a small loop on your hook right there. So if you get something that looks like this, you've got to yarn over. So how to yarn over is, this is the working yarn. So you've got to go underneath the working yarn and then go to the back and to the top. And now you just grab this working yarn with your hook, and you're gonna slide it or pull it through that little loop on your hook right there. So do it gently so you don't mess it up. Just pull it through gently, and then you can take your 2 fingers out of there and you will get your magic ring. Congratulations. So imagine your magic ring's too big, or suppose it's this big. We do not need a big magic ring. So what you're gonna do is you can just pull it so it becomes smaller. There you go, it becomes smaller. And now I'm gonna teach you how to hold your hook and yarn. So how I hold the hook, as I told you earlier, is how I hold up a pen. So how I write. So now how to hold your yarn is you just put the working yarn across your hand, like so. Just like how we did a magic ring, you're going to secure your piece with the ring finger and pinky, and now instead of wrapping it around 2 fingers, you're just wrapping it around the index finger. So after you wrap it around the index finger, you've got to hold that magic ring's one part, just any part, you can just hold it like that. I usually hold it underneath that small knot we can see there, so I usually hold it there. So, and also your index finger has to be always pointing upward so it doesn't get loose. Now we can start our project. So what we're gonna do is we're going to start off with chaining 2. So if you see right here, when you made the magic ring, you can see that there is a small V underneath my hook. If you see that is 1 chain. So we've already created 1 chain when we made the magic ring, so we need to create 1 more chain. So 1 V is technically 1 chain. I'll explain after we make our first chain. So to make a chain or to chain one, you've got to yarn over the working yarn. To yarn over the working yarn, you've got to go to the back of the working yarn, back to the top of it, and it's kind of like wrapping your hook around the yarn. And now you're just going to grab it with your hook. Now you're going to slide it into this loop on your hook. Just pull it through that loop on your hook, like that. So now you've made your next chain. So as you can see there, that is one V. So this is one chain, that is one V. So technically one chain is one V, and since you've already made a chain before, you've already chained two. So after this, you're going to do 2 double crochets into the magic ring. So a double crochet is slightly harder, of course, than the chain. The chain is one of the easiest things to do as a beginner crocheter. So how to do a double crochet is you've got to yarn over first. To yarn over, you've got to go to the back of the working yarn, to the top, and then you've got to grab it with your hook. Now you're going to just insert your hook into this magic ring like that. You're just going to insert your hook into the magic ring and make sure the tail is caught with it so you don't have to hide the tail in later. Now you get something that looks like this. This is the tail, this is the magic ring, this is the piece where you yarned over, and this is the loop on your hook. So now you've got to yarn over again. To yarn over, you've got to go to the back of the working yarn, to the top, and you're just going to grab it with your hook, and you're going to pull it through the tail. That is these first 2 loops you see here. That is the tail and the magic ring, so you're just going to pull it through both of them. So now you'll get 3 loops on your hook like so. What you're going to do is you're going to yarn over again. To yarn over, go to the back of the working yarn, to the top, grab it with your hook, and now you're going to pull through the first 2 loops on these 2 loops. Just leave the last one. You're going to pull it through 2 loops on your hook. There. So after you do that, you have to yarn over again. So to yarn over, go to the back of the working yarn, to the top, and you're just going to pull it through both 2 of those 2 loops. So technically in a double crochet, all you're doing is pulling through 2 loops at a time. So you're just pulling through 2 loops at a time, and you do it twice. That is a double crochet. So you have finished your very first double crochet. Congratulations. So now what we're going to do is we're going to make 1 more double crochets. You have to do 2 double crochets in total, so we're going to put 1 more double crochets into the same magic ring. So to start off, we've got to yarn over. So to yarn over, go to the back of the working yarn, to the top, and you're going to insert your hook into the magic ring. Make sure the tail is caught with it. Now you can see that you've got 4 loops kind of thing on your hook, except one of them is actually the tail and the other one of them is the magic ring. So now what you're going to do is you're going to yarn over. To yarn over, you've got to go to the back of the working yarn, to the top, grab it with your hook, and you're going to pull it through the tail and the magic ring. So pull it through the first 2 loops you see on your hook, and then you'll get 3 loops on your hook. Now you've got to yarn over again, go to the back of the working yarn, to the top, and you're just going to pull it through the first 2 loops on your hook. Just pull it through 1 and 2. Then you'll get 2 more loops on your hook, so you're going to yarn over again, go to the back, to the top, and then you're going to grab it with your hook and pull it through both of those 2 loops. There, you finished your second double crochet. Congratulations. Now what we're going to do is we're going to chain 2 again. So to chain 2, you've got to yarn over just like what we did in the beginning. You're going to yarn over. So go to the back of the working yarn, to the top, and then you're going to pull this through the loop on your hook. So just pull it through, gently pull it through that loop on your hook. So there you go. That's your first chain of this around, and now we're going to chain one more. So go to the back of the working yarn to the top, grab it with your hook, and you're just going to pull it through that loop on your hook. There you go, you've chained 2. Now what we're gonna do is we've got to make the pointy edge of your star. So we've got to slip stitch into the second chain from your hook. Technically the first chain that you did after doing the 2 double crochets. So if you want, you can see here that this is the first chain from your hook. That is the chain right below your slip knot. That is the chain right below your hook, technically. The chain after that, that is your second chain from the hook. So that's where we're going to be inserting your hook into. So insert your hook into the middle of that stitch. And now you're going to be doing a slip stitch. So to do a slip stitch, you've got to yarn over, go to the back of the working yarn to the top. And now grab that working yarn with your hook, and you're going to pull it through the stitch. And now you're going to directly pull that loop, left loop in through the right loop. So just pull it through your hook like that. Now you've got to just tighten that. So after you've done this, we're going to do 2 more double crochets into this magic ring again. So we're just going to kind of reverse what we just did. So what we did here was we did 2 chained 2, and then we did 2 double crochets, and then we chained 2 again. So now we're going to do another double crochet, and then we will finish our 1 point of our star, technically like 1 part of our star. So let's just do our 2 double crochets. So to do a double crochet, you've got to yarn over. So I'm going to go to the back of the working yarn to the top, and you're going to insert your hook into that magic ring. Now you're going to yarn over again, and you're going to pull it through the magic ring. I'm going to go a tiny bit faster. If you want, you can pause or rewatch the video where I explain briefly how to do the 2 double crochets. So now what we're going to do is we're going to yarn over again. So to yarn over, we're going to go to the back of the working yarn to the top, and now we're going to pull it through the first 2 loops only. So we are left with 2 loops. So you're going to do the yarning. You've got to yarn over again, yarn over, and then you're going to pull it through all those 2 loops. Now you've got to do this again, yarn over, insert your hook into the magic ring, yarn over again, pull through the magic ring. You've got 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through the 2 loops on your hook. You've got 2 more loops on your hook, yarn over, and pull through the rest of the 2 loops. There you go. See, you can see that there is a kind of pointy edge coming out right there. So that is going to be 1 point, one part of the star like that. So after you've done this, we've got to finish it off by slip stitching into the magic ring. So to slip stitch, you've got to insert your hook into the magic ring. Don't yarn over, you're directly going to insert it. Now you've got to yarn over. To yarn over, go to the back of the working yarn to the top, and you're just going to pull it through both of those 2 loops. So first you pull through that, and then you're going to directly pull it through next loop. And now you can tighten it. So after you've done that, you can see that you've finished your first point of your star. Now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna repeat what we just did, the full thing we just did 4 more times, and so we get a total of 5 of them. So of course a star has 5 edges, and those 5 edges are these points that we are creating. So we're going to be doing this all over again. So start off by doing 2 double crochets into the magic ring. So we're starting off by doing 2 double crochets. So to do a double crochet, we've got yarn over like that. Now you're going to insert your hook into the magic ring, yarn over again, pull through the magic ring. You've got 3 loops on your hook, yarn over again, pull through the 2 loops on your hook. You've got 2 loops again on your hook, yarn over, and you're going to pull through both of those 2 loops. So now what you're going to do is you're going to do 1 more double crochet into that same stitch, to the magic ring. So you're going to yarn over, insert your hook into the magic ring, yarn over again, pull through the magic ring, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. You've got 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through the rest of the 2 loops. There. So now you finished 2 double crochets. Now you're gonna do chain 2. So to chain, you've got to go to the back of the working yarn to the top, and you're just going to pull it through that loop on your hook. So there you go, you've chained 1. Now you're going to chain again, so go to the back of the working yarn, to the top, to yarn over, and then you're going to grab it with your hook and just pull it through that loop on your hook. There. So now, like what we did last time, you're going to slip stitch through the second stitch to the second stitch from your hook. So if you see here, this is the first stitch there. That is the first stitch, and this one right there is the second stitch. So I'm just going to insert your hook into that second stitch, and now we're going to slip stitch. So it's a slip stitch. You've got to go to the back of the working yarn to the top, and you're just going to pull it through both loops like that. Just pull it through both of them. So now if you've completed that, we're going to do 2 more double crochets into the magic ring. So you've got to yarn over once, and you're going to insert your hook into the magic ring, yarn over again, pull through the magic ring. You get 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through 2 loops at a time. So pull through 2 loops, and now you're gonna get 2 loops on your hook, so yarn over, pull through 2 loops. You're going to do this 1 more time. So yarn over, insert your hook into the magic ring, yarn over, pull through the magic ring. You've got 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2 loops at a time. Now you've got 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Now to finish this 1 point off, you've got to slip stitch into the magic ring. So to slip stitch, you just have to insert your hook into the magic ring, and then you're going to yarn over the working yarn, and you're going to pull it through the magic ring, and then you're going to pull it through the loop on your hook, and you're going to tighten it. So there you go, you finished your second point. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do 3 more of these all around, same into the magic ring. We're just going to repeat what we just did for these 2 right now. So we are just going to repeat it, and I will meet you at the end. So now, as you can see, I have only 1 more left to do. So I have finished 4 of them. I'm gonna do the last one with you guys. So first we've got to start by yarning over. So yarn over, insert your hook into the to the magic ring, yarn over, pull through the magic ring, got 2 loops on your hook, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2 loops on your hook. Now you're gonna yarn over again, pull through both those 2 loops. Now you're gonna yarn over again, insert your hook into the magic ring, yarn over, pull through the magic ring. You've got 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2 loops at a time, so just pull through 2. Now you have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Now you've done this 2 times. We're going to just chain 2, so chain 2, and now I'm going to slip stitch into the second chain from your hook, and then slip stitch, pull it, just directly pull it through that loop on your hook. And now we're going to do 2 more double crochets into the magic ring. So yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through the magic ring, yarn over, pull through 2 loops at a time. There you go. Yarn over again, insert your hook, yarn over, pull, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Now we can finish it off by slip stitching into the magic ring. So insert your hook directly into the magic ring, yarn over, pull through both loops directly. Now you just have to slip stitch, tighten it, and we are done.
I made a mistake here, so here's what you have to do. You've got to slip stitch into the very first stitch that you did for the first edge of our star. If you don't understand, I have done it in the end.
So now what you're going to do is you're going to fasten off. So to fasten off, you've just got to start by chaining 1. To chain, you've got to yarn over, and you're just going to pull it through the loop on your hook. And then you're going to pull up a big loop with your hook. And now you're just going to cut it with your scissors. Just chop it off. So there you go. Now you can take it out and you will get something that looks like this. It doesn't look like a star now, but that's because we haven't completed it. Now what we're gonna do is, you see the tail of your whole project. So remember when we did the magic ring, we had a tail. So that tail, we pull it to just close up the big hole or the magic ring that is there. Just gotta pull it to close that up. Okay, pull it tight so it becomes smaller, very small. Pull it. Okay, so now you can see that your star is ready. Okay guys, so I have done a mistake, and whoever copied me what I just did now should do this. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we've got to slip stitch it back, otherwise there'll be a gap here. So what you're gonna do is you're going to kind of just cut off a part of you're just going to take your yarn, and you're gonna connect it back to your piece. So you insert your hook to the last stitch you did, like that. Just insert your hook into that stitch, and now you're just going to yarn over and pull it through. Yarn over, just keep your piece like so right here, and you're just going to yarn over, and then you're going to pull it through this loop like that. Now you're going to slip stitch into this first stitch you see right there. So that is the first stitch I see, so I'm going to slip stitch into that stitch. So just do that to connect the first and last stitches, and then as you can see, the space has closed up. Now you just have to yarn over again, and you're gonna pull it through, then fasten off. So there you go. Now as you can see, you're gonna have 4 tails, so that doesn't matter. It's okay, we can just cut it off. So just pull the tails tight so the magic ring closes up. So it's okay if there is a hole. That is completely normal. Sometimes your magic ring just became too big, it just cannot close up. So that is why it has become like this. So now what you're gonna do is you're just going to tie a double knot. So to tie a double knot, just tie a double knot. Yeah, just tie a double knot. And now you're just going to chop these 2 off with your scissors. Just gonna chop them off. Now we're going to do the same to these 2 sitting here, and then I cut it off same way. So now as you can see, we have finished our stars. Now as you can see, I have so much scrap yarn here, and I made this small pouch kind of thing. It doesn't look good, but I have created it, and I keep all my scraps inside this so that if I need to put something like stuffings for, suppose, this octopus, then I could use this at that. So that's why I keep my stuffings, I keep my scrap papers safe no matter what. So now we can see that our stars are complete. So I know it's not that really good, guys, but I hope it turned out well for you. I made a mistake in the end, that's why it looks kind of glitchy, and the magic ring's not supposed to go so big. That's why there's a big hole in the middle. Make sure you don't make the same mistakes. Try this tutorial out again if you want, so that you can perfectly master it by making sure all the mistakes that you did are not there anymore. So like, share, and subscribe, guys. This is Eva signing off. Bye bye.